Music torture. This perfidious idea has been around for thousands of years. However, the Koreans and the Chinese were the first to systematically use music as a psychological weapon during the Korean War in the early 1950s. For 3 years, North Korea and China fought against South Korea and the United States. More than 7,000 Americans were captured. Many were tortured.
The idea of light and noise being used in interrogation really started with the North Koreans and the Chinese, and it started in the Korean War. And it was called brainwashing. It got very big at the time. So I guess since that time there has been a belief that that music would work in interrogation purposes.
After the Korean War, experiments were conducted at McGill University to better understand the methods of the Chinese. Scientists injected drugs into test subjects, kept them awake for days, and blasted them with music, with devastating effects. The results of these tests were supposed to better train American soldiers to withstand torture, but the CIA used them to optimize their own interrogation methods. The US intelligence guidelines show how an anti-torture training program was turned into a manual for torturers, a cynical case of re-engineering. The goal is to confuse the prisoners, to break them psychologically, and to make them feel utterly weak and powerless. Two of the preferred tools, noise and loud music. The CIA allows up to 72 hours of continuous deafening sound during interrogations, making it impossible to sleep.
My understanding is that the CIA believes that it would be easy to interrogate these people if they were weakened, if they didn't have the will that they were brought in with. But I have absolutely no answers for why or what went on.
But how does music torture work? To find out, Christopher is on his way to meet a man who knows everything about torture methods.
I don't think music has a dark side so much as the use of music could have a dark side. You can write a song that's very dark, or you can use a perfectly normal song for dark purposes. Any song, I would think, if you played it over and over and loud enough and incessantly enough for a long enough time, would drive anybody crazy.
In rural Pennsylvania, Chris wants to meet Mike Ritz. He's a former US Army interrogator and now works as a consultant for the government. But he hasn't lost his old skills. There are few people who know more about music torture than he does.
Mike?
Hey, how are you?
Chris Cerf, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'd love to try to understand a little bit better about how music is used in interrogation.
The name of the game here is to create some dependency of that prisoner on the interrogator. You want that prisoner dependent on the interrogator. And the more you can isolate that person, the better you're going to be able to do that. And sound is an isolation, up here. Whereas, you saw in a lot of reports of Guantanamo Bay and stuff, other things like mittens, so that there's no tactile function.
Oh, I see.
Or goggles so you can't see, or hoods. These are all designed to isolate the individual, and sound is another way of doing it. Yeah.
So just having so much sound that you can't experience any other sound is,
Correct.
Is the idea.
Right.
So
you maybe can't even hear yourself think.
Right. So for that point of view, it's not so much that it's musical, it's just that it's incredibly loud, or that it keeps you from hearing anything else.
Yeah, also could keep you awake, so you won't sleep, so it creates some sort of sleep deprivation. It's all designed to keep you closed in your own small world as a prisoner, so that you can't, you have this fear of the unknown and this stress sort of building and building.
But then you're still saying that it's the person who saves you from that, partially, that has a chance to get a good answer from you.
To get to the truth.
Right.
I mean, that's what people
Yeah.
have to focus on, that this is about the truth.
Right.
So it's a matter of balancing things. I mean, you do want some stress, because what gets you to talk to me isn't the stress I put on you. It's the release from the stress.
Got it. I'd love to get some sense of what it feels like to have this happen to you. If you think there's some way we could try that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly willing to manipulate. You just have
I can't
to
believe
recognize-
I'm asking you for this.
You have to recognize, though, you're not going to have the same shock of capture experience.
I hope not.
You know it's coming,
Right.
And there's certainly a psychology to that.
Right.
So what we're doing is a very contrived scenario.
Yeah.
But you probably will get
yeah.
a general sense of it, and you'll certainly get a sense of the isolation.
And that's what you think I'll experience most, is that it's so isolating
Yeah.
that I just been begging for some relief from that.
Right. And so when the feeling is that you're looking for that relief, that's time to come talk to me about your problems.
Right. And you'll come to me if I don't come to you. Right? I can't come to you.
You're
I'll
not
be
coming to
upset.
anybody.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
You have no control.
Right.
Sorry.
That's the point. Okay. I'm giving up now.
All right, stupid. Listen, I got a few rules for you before you go down with me. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
First thing and last thing out of your mouth is sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
First thing and last thing out of your mouth is sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Try sir, yes, sir, dummy.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good. Second thing, always have your palms out. Do not ball a fist at me or I'll think you're trying to hit me. If I think you're trying to hit me, I'll rip your fucking head off. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Try sir, yes, sir, dummy.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good Lord, we got a dumb one. Next thing, never be taller than I am tall. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Why are you taller than I am tall? Are you taller than I am tall right now?
No, sir.
You're not. You look taller than I am tall.
Shall I get down, sir?
Very good, dummy.
Okay, sir.
All right, come with me. Let's go. Come on, stupid. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Try sir, yes, sir, dummy.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good. What you putting your hands out for? You trying to hit me?
Yes, sir.
Turn right. There you go. Put your hands down. You're gonna hit somebody. All right, bend your knees.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the...
Mike mentioned earlier that you forget the reality. And of course, I began to wonder now exactly how long is this going to go on? How long does my good friend with a camera think this is a cool thing to shoot? And how soon should I break style at a certain point? I even began to think, I really just realizing this, I began to think like a prisoner. I began to think, will they get mad at me if I stop kneeling? What would happen if I lay down? Would somebody come and hit me? And I mean, the fact that I would actually even think that gives you a sense of what this would be like after more than a few minutes, I think.